no one ever leaves me. People are always there for me. People always include me. I'm everyone's favorite person. They always stay. They always want me around. Those kind of things counteract the thoughts that you would have that people don't include you, or they don't think you're smart enough, good enough, all the things that are causing the work situation, the friend situation, all the situation in love that feels like abandonment. All right, guys, let's do a suggestion from the Loz lesson suggestions in the squad, and it's this. Getting rid of abandonment issues. It still happens to me with friends, co-workers, even my boss. So guys, if you guys have issues with thinking people will leave you and abandon you, it will even happen in your work situations. And in this Loz lesson, I'll teach you why that's happening and how to stop it. So when I first started coaching you guys 4 years ago, one of the biggest things that I noticed was people were misdiagnosed with abandonment issues by dumb psychs who didn't understand how this works. By this works, I mean their mind. Most of you have a fear that people are going to leave. That's a given, right? But that doesn't mean you actually have abandonment issues. It's a culmination of issues that result in a person leaving. You might actually fear that they're going to hurt you and then they leave because you push them away. Or you fear that they're not going to love you and then you smother them, or you act all crazy and shit and then they abandon you. Whatever it is, a lot of you don't actually have what is termed abandonment issues by a psych, because a lot of psychs just throw that around and that's not actually what you have. For you to have actual real abandonment issues as your one core main dominant issue in your mind, you would have to actually have been abandoned physically in some kind of way in your lifetime, meaning in your childhood or early adulthood. So it's like someone died in your reality, like a parent or a close loved one, or someone was always sick and you felt they were away from you. Maybe they were always ill in their room or depressed or in hospital, right? Or someone physically left, like a dad was never there or left, or there was a divorce. Either way, an actual physical abandonment took place, and therefore you have the dominant fear that that will continue to happen to you. It's not logical in your mind. Your mind just knows that people you love leave. Now, a lot of you think that you have that, but actually it's like you fear someone will hurt you, you don't trust them, they cheat on you, and then they leave you, but it was actually the trust issues and the feeling that you were going to get hurt that actually created the abandonment. You guys understand this? If you don't understand this, I highly suggest you do my self-concept course called A Kick-Ass You that goes in depth about this and assesses what actual self-concept fears you actually hold. And if you want to go even further, go into my self-concept for love course called Worthy as Fuck for Love, which revolutionized a lot of people's lives in my squad who've done it and other people. Okay, so if this still happens with friends, co-workers, and your boss, that means that it's something whereby you're continually thinking it that people will leave you or abandon you in all areas of life, not just love. A lot of you, it's just love. Some of you, it's all areas. Now, I wonder if this person has true abandonment issues. I don't know. I've never met her. I don't know what the actual situation is with the friends, co-workers, or her boss, but I would hazard a guess that if she thinks she's got abandonment issues, maybe she actually does. And let's explore that. So if co-workers or a boss left you, it could be that you got fired, or it could be that they abandoned ship, kind of like left you behind, and they all did a project and you weren't invited, you weren't included, right? You were kind of left out all the time. But that doesn't necessarily mean abandonment. That could be a rejection thing. So see what I'm saying about abandonment? It looks like abandonment, but it might not be. With friends, it could be that you feel rejected by friends, but you take it as they're leaving you, but it's actually rejection. It's actually a you won't choose me fear, but it looks like abandonment. Either way, you've got to investigate in each of these situations, what were you thinking that caused them to do that to you? Because everyone is simply a mirror reflection of what you dominantly assume yourself to be. So if you assume yourself to be a person who constantly gets rejected or isn't chosen, then they'll keep you out of things at work, or your friends will pick another friend group, or you'll break up with you as a friend, have a friend breakup. Okay, now I've had that happen a lot in my life. I don't necessarily have abandonment issues. It's kind of my third fear, secondary, third fear, but it's not my dominant one. My dominant one is I do things wrong, therefore you won't choose me. Right? So the friends don't choose me, or the co-workers don't choose me, or I don't get invited to the party, or I upset people. And then it feels like they're abandoning me, but it's not necessarily that. So I wonder what this girl's fears actually are if she investigated them in my self-concept course. However, if she hasn't, she has to investigate. What was I thinking that caused the boss to treat me this way? What was I thinking that caused the co-workers to treat me this way? Could it be I'm not as good as them, or they don't appreciate my work, or they're all cliquey and I'm not included in this group, or this boss doesn't want to give me the promotion, or I'm not appreciated in my role, or I'm not good enough for this role. Whatever it is, that then culminated in what felt like abandonment from those colleagues and the boss. If it's friends, you might be thinking, I said something to upset them, or they don't like me as much as they like such and such, or they don't include me in things, or they don't want me around, or I said something wrong, did something wrong, am wrong in some way. Or my friends always leave. All my friends always leave. So if it's something about they always leave, that is true abandonment. So just ask yourself, as you're talking to yourself in your mind, look at the words you're using and the thoughts you're having. Those thoughts and words indicate what the actual fear is. If the fear is actually you're going to leave me, I have to hold on to you, then it probably is abandonment. If it's I feel hurt, it's like people always hurt me, or rejection. If it's I don't get included, it's a you won't choose me thing. It's not necessarily abandonment. So really investigate, guys, if you don't get my self-concept courses. What are your thoughts and what are the words behind those thoughts every time you have them? Write them down and you'll see words that are common, like leave or choose or not included or hurt or trust. And then you'll start seeing a pattern in your own fears that are causing the situations you end up in that feel like abandonment. You understand? So what you want to think instead is no one ever leaves me. People are always there for me. People always include me. I'm everyone's favorite person. They always stay. They always want me around. Those kind of things counteract the thoughts that you would have that people don't include you, or they don't think you're smart enough, good enough, all the things that are causing the work situation, the friend situation, all the situation in love that feels like abandonment. Oh, thank you, darling. Thanks, Dixie. Guys, are you getting this? So what other situations do you guys feel abandoned in, or feel like people abandon you? Do you think it's true abandonment, or do you think it's something else? Answer me here in the comments so I can help you. Hey Loz, sorry to interrupt. What course would be most beneficial to help with confidence stuff? Well, I have one called, what's the confidence one? Oh my God, something confidence. What is it? I want to say ultimate confidence. That's what it's called. The hell, it's red and the girl's got the thing. What is my confidence course? I have a whole fucking course. What's it called? Someone help me here. Someone's done it. What's it called? Can't think of the name of it. Unshakable confidence, that's it. I'll put it here on YouTube. Unshakable confidence, yes. Everyone knows except me. It's only my own course. Unshakable confidence. Do that one, darling. People do things to hurt me, choose others and leave. I know they stay, but the first part. Okay, so people do things to hurt or not choose me. So that's feeling like you're going to get rejected in some way, or feeling like you're actually going to get harmed by people, darling, that then causes them to leave, right? I did get abandoned in your courses, but I believe it's more due to fear of hurt. Yes. So sometimes, guys, you won't even answer the questions correctly, because sometimes in my blind assessments, in my self-concept courses, you answer as you wish you were, not as you actually feel about yourself and think about yourself. So a lot of you answering like hypotheticals like, oh yeah, I'm trying to not think this, but you're not really truly answering how you really feel. It's meant to be how you really feel and how you've always felt, right? That gives you the true answer. You're the best, Oz. Oh, thank you, darling. Self-concept for my business. So guys, if you feel like your business is going to fail, your business isn't going to boom, I have a course called Booming Business. I'll put it here. And it talks about confidence in business and knowing that you are God of your own reality of business. There is no competition to you, including other businesses. That the economy is no threat to you, whether it's good or bad, etc. But you've got to get a handle on the thinking that's causing you not to be a success in business. What about abandonment of debt? So if people died in your reality, you'll fear other people dying or leaving you, or you act all fucking cray-cray like Amber Heard or someone, you know? Clinging on to people till death because you think they're going to fucking die on you or leave you or whatever. Assess, guys, why you get so obsessed with people, why you treat people like possessions, why you cling on to them with crazy fucking behavior. A lot of that is true abandonment shit. And a lot of that might be to do with someone who died. Or it could be a vulnerability to harm where you actually sincerely think people are going to be harmed in your reality, like get sick or die. Okay? If nervous system is triggered, how to calm it. Well, guys, look, I don't teach that absolute bullshit, but if you need to go around and calm your nervous system by doing breath work or the Wim Hof or some yoga, go and fucking do that. I don't think it makes any difference, but go ahead. It'll make a difference for that 5 minutes that you've done it. I teach you to change your thinking that's causing you to be anxious. I'm teaching you to change your thinking that's causing your nervous system to get triggered in the first place. You can do all the Wim Hof you like, darling, but as soon as you stop, you're still triggered because you're still thinking it. Hi, Loz, what would the best course be for partners who leave or cheat? So, guys, it's not the partners. It's you. Even the question implies that you think they're making their own decisions. They're not making their own decisions. They literally can only mirror your fears. So if your fear is you're going to leave me or cheat on me, that's exactly what they'll do. Then you'll think they're making that decision to do that and hurt you, but you have a fear that you'll get hurt. Go and do my Worthy as Fuck for Love course, darling. Healthy pregnancy. Guys, if you want a healthy pregnancy, imagine the baby. You could have a full healthy pregnancy and the baby is born and then something happens to it. Imagine the actual child. I mean, I know that sounds grim, but like imagine being a mum. Imagine holding the baby. Imagine the 2-year-old's birthday party. Kindly reply to my question. I do not reply to people who beg, darling. I imagine your question would be something like indicating that you haven't listened to anything I've ever said nor watched anything I've ever said, therefore you're begging me. She's skipping my question. You know what? I'm going to skip your question even more. Do you guys understand that when you write like that in here, it's so desperate, it shows me probably the way you're acting in your 3D with your specific person. And I bet you without seeing this, I'm about to scroll up, that you are in a situation where someone isn't choosing you at all or you've been blocked or something. So let me look. What's your name? Duchess, blah, blah, blah. Let me see. What's your question? I bet you someone's not choosing you. Can you manifest a married person? Oh, there you go. So didn't I say a person who isn't choosing you? Isn't a married person a person who can't choose you right now because they're married and they're choosing someone else? Now, I'm not saying can't manifest them. Of course you can. But in your current situation, with your current thinking and your desperation and you're asking me 10 times to fucking answer you, darling, let me give you the tip right now. The reason why that married person isn't choosing you is you are so desperate for their love and so desperate to manifest them, they will stay with that person because you don't feel like you'll be chosen. That's why you're desperately asking me to answer you. I'm not trying to be hard on you, like and embarrass you. I'm trying to point out something to you. That your self-concept is, Loz won't even choose me for this question. So why would your married person choose you if I won't even choose you? Everyone is reflecting your thinking. I won't be chosen. Even Loz won't choose me. And that's why you chose someone, let's just backtrack, who can't choose you in the first place because he or she reflects your thinking about yourself that you won't be chosen in the first place. And that's why I skipped right over your question and didn't see it. Because I am reflecting your story that you won't be chosen just like your specific person is. And until you change your story that you will be chosen and you are the chosen person, neither I will answer your question and they won't choose you and leave their wife. Neither of us will. Until you change, because it's all you and we're reflecting you. I'm reflecting you and he's reflecting you. So in answer to your question, yes, you can, darling, but can you? Right now, probably not. I'm happy that you're honest with me. Well, good. I hope you listened. Watch it back on YouTube. Guys, everyone is reflecting you. What you don't seem to understand is even I, as a coach, will reflect you. There are people in my group who will get all kinds of triggered and then they'll get triggered on my lives and leave. And I'm trying to teach them a lesson that their triggers that they have in my group is how they end up in life. And they get constantly blocked by people, constantly rejected, constantly pushed away. And then I feel the same way when I'm in the group with them and I just think, you're a nut job. And they'll come back and apologise. I'm sorry I acted all crazy. Yeah, I was trying to teach you that that's what you do in life. But you're doing it in my group. This is a mirror, this group, and you're doing the same thing in the group and the same thing in my lives and the same thing in your questions as you do in life. If I point it out to you, instead of getting triggered by the answer, listen to it so you can change what keeps happening to you, because it's even happening with me. Are you getting this? I never say anything to offend you guys. I say it to wake you the fuck up. Thank you, Lois, for everything that you do for us. Oh, you're welcome, darling. What's this? I'm so embarrassed of myself for believing in the universe before founding Lois. Oh, I believed in the universe too, darling. Don't worry. I thought it was making decisions for me, all kinds of things. Emotional neglect from my father, feeling rejected, to being abandoned by partners and friends. So, darling, it's not an abandonment thing then. Okay, so if you felt like your father was never there and he neglected you, then you're going to feel like people don't care enough about you to give you their emotions and be there for you. Therefore, other people in your life won't be there and they'll just leave. They won't be there. They'll literally won't be there. So if you have a story that no one actually is emotionally there for you, neglects you, doesn't give you the love you crave and the attention you crave and the emotional security that you crave, everyone else will just take it away as well because you assume they will. Stop assuming that. Love from Sweden. Oh, I miss you yelling at me. Oh, sorry about that. Oh my God, I haven't seen you on a live in forever. I miss you yelling at me. Oh, thank you, darling. What do you think? Why am I being ignored by him? He is keeping me in his life but not committing. Well, because you've got a story he won't commit. You've got a story he's ignoring you. That's what I think. I think what you think. He thinks what you think. What are you thinking? He can only think what you think. And you think he'll ignore you and you think he's not committing. Therefore, he can't until you stop thinking that. Stop thinking that. This makes sense. I feared that my SP will leave and now he only wants to be in a specific country. Guys, literally, if you have abandonment fears, they will literally up and leave to another country and get as far away from you as humanly possible. You'll manifest them leaving to another country. Stop that. Yes, it's the OG mug, guys. Lois, if you live in Australia, are your courses US dollars? They're US dollars, guys, because no one understands Australian dollars. Everything on my website's US dollars, but there is an Australian alternative that we put there now in Australian dollars. The same, like the exchange rate is whatever the current exchange rate is. And you can use Afterpay or Klarna with, oh no, you can only use Klarna if you're in Australia, but if you can use Afterpay everywhere else with the Australian dollar option. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. You can go to my website and get the courses that we're talking about. Make sure you watch this back on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. And if you're on TikTok or Instagram, make sure to follow me. And I will see you soon. Bye, guys.